When it comes to doing scary things, I often hear people give the advice of like, just face your fears, just dive right in, just do it. And sometimes I think that can be the best advice. Sometimes what we need to do is just jump right in, don't overthink it, just do it. And other times it might be better to take it slow, to give ourselves time to adjust, to allow our nervous system to settle, to really sort of slowly lean into the fear. Our nervous system is here to keep us safe. So when you feel like you physically feel scared of something, you feel that panic when you're just thinking about it, that is your nervous system trying to protect you because it senses danger and it wants to keep you safe. So in a way, fear is your nervous system doing its job. So if you want to run away from it or fight it or avoid it at all costs, that is a very natural reaction to feeling fear. And sometimes overriding that altogether and doing the thing anyway and pushing through might not be the best strategy. Because if it's too overwhelming, if it's too scary, our nervous system can go into freeze, which kind of means we sort of procrastinate, withdraw, and sort of avoid the thing altogether. And that's obviously not what we want to do. So by giving our nervous system time to adjust, and go really slowly, like lean into your fear, but with tiny steps, you can really give yourself time to get used to it, to make it manageable. And what that looks like is like when you think of the scary thing you want to do as a 10 on a scale from 1 to 10, pick something that's maybe like a 2 or a 3. So something that makes you feel nervous, that feels like it's scary, but it's manageable. It feels like you can handle it. It's something that maybe makes you shiver a little bit or makes you feel like that nervousy feeling, but it feels like something you can handle. And just do that a couple of times and allow yourself time to notice what's happening in your body. Like, what do you feel? Where do you feel that nervousness come up? Is it in, sweaty hands? Is it in your voice that's shaking? Just really give yourself time to notice, like ground your feet on the ground, give yourself time to feel a little bit more stable in that sort of scary thing. And if you do that a couple of times and really give your body time to settle, to process what's happening, you sort of get used to it and you sort of stretch your ability for the scary thing a little bit. And then you can move up. So you can see like what feels like a little bit scarier. And because you're used to the 2 or 3 thing now, that might be something that felt like a 5 or 6 before, which now probably feels like a 2 or 3. And just again, give yourself time to sort of feel what's happening, allow yourself to be scared, but not so scared that it's like totally overwhelming or totally feeling like you can't process it, because that's not very productive and not very helpful. And if you do that a couple of times, if you do it with little steps and you give yourself time to process, you can move towards that 10. But that 10 won't feel like a 10 anymore. It might feel like a 5. And you might feel like, okay, I can actually do this because I've given my nervous system time to adjust, to get used to feeling a little bit scared. And so your resilience for fear has grown, and therefore that big scary thing isn't so scary anymore. And this might be a more helpful approach at times than just jumping right in and just facing your fear head on.